AM 1240, WCEM Cambridge.
Paul Harvey, news and comments. Brought to you by Wall Custom Shaver. Now, Paul Harvey News.
Good morning, Americans. Jillions of butterflies have been blown off course by storms in the Bay of Biscay. Clouded yellows and painted ladies, tiny tortoise shells and red admirals. A beautiful windfall for the British Isles. A ghastly farm accident in Australia. In a milking shed in the country town of Shepparton, a farm woman's hair was caught in a farm machine. It removed the woman's scalp and face, as one might peel off a glove. The amputated parts went to the hospital packed in ice. In 24 hours of surgery in Sydney, both face and scalp have been replaced. 5 surgeons participated. When the swelling recedes, the surgeons are satisfied that she will appear much as she did, and with near normal animation in her face. Ironically, in Sydney, the movie called Face Off is being shown right now. The movie in which John Travolta and Nicolas Cage trade faces surgically. The lead surgeon at St. Vincent's said this morning, "We now know that such full-face transplants are possible." In Poland, sweet revenge for Lech Wałęsa, a comeback for his Solidarity Party. In yesterday's parliamentary elections, ruling former communists were outnumbered. We'll not have a precise vote count before tomorrow, but Solidarity is leading and the communists are coming in third. Aboard Russia's Mir space station, the central computer is acting up again, 3rd time in 3 weeks. Next Saturday, another Americans to be rotated aboard. Even more ominous, the lifeboat aboard, the Soyuz escape capsule, the last resort way for the crew to abandon ship safely. A strange brown liquid is oozing from its engines. Now, page 2 from the mailbag. Dear Paul Harvey News, my husband Donald has used a Norelco electric shaver for 20 years or more. Even kept a new one on hand in case the old one died. Hearing you talk about the new Wall shaver, how it had cutting screens to fit any beard, any face, I decided to gamble, and I got Donald a new Wall for his birthday. Well, he said thanks, and he kissed me, but I noticed the days went by before he bothered to open and try his Wall. I didn't say anything. He didn't say anything for 3 days. 3 days. That's when Donald came down to breakfast grinning. And he said, "You might as well write to Paul Harvey and tell him everything he said is true. It's the greatest shaver I've ever used." So, Mr. Harvey, thank you for advertising wonderful things. Melba Willis of West Columbia, South Carolina. Now you can get this Wall shaver, W-A-H-L. You can get it at Sears, at Service Merchandise. You can get them at Walgreens. For the names of other dealers, telephone 1-800-4A-SHAVE. 1-800-48-SHAVE. 1-800, the numerals 48, and then SHAVE. In Arlington, Virginia, they're selecting a jury today for the trial of sportscaster Marv Albert. The jury will decide whether it was a sex act or a sex crime in that hotel room. Rough sex or criminal assault. That is the question. In Japan overnight, their Nikkei stock average was up. The American dollar was up. Summer driving season is behind us. The prices of gasoline down 1 cent from what they were 2 weeks ago. At motion picture theaters over the weekend, you bought the most tickets for the gay comedy In and Out. Romance novelist Danielle Steele is devastated. Her son Nicholas, 19, a rock musician, has died of a drug overdose. Marlin fishermen are still fishing off Cabo San Lucas in the Mexican Baja, but they're ever ready to head for shore. Hurricane Nora is inbound. For what it's worth, the New York Times has published the results of a high school test relating to music education. High schoolers were tested on what they knew about music. One of them said a virtuoso is a musician with real high morals. One student said of the composer Handel, he was half German, half Italian, and half English. Also, he was rather large. A refrain in music, that's a part you'd better not try to sing. And one more? All right, one more. Quote, a sextet. I know what a sextet is, but I'd rather not say. End quote. Paul Harvey. Good day.
Paul Harvey News and Comment has been brought to you by Wall Custom Shaver. 1-800-48-SHAVE. This is the ABC Radio Network.